Facebook world, excited to be on this Facebook Live. This one is going to be special. I want you guys to get out some notes because this one's going to be special. I'm going to be talking about the Millionaire Formula. I know that most people watching this are not yet millionaires, but you are millionaires in the making, all right? The check just hasn't been deposited yet, all right? And I do want to say up front, let's go ahead and give credit where credit is due. Number one, to God. Number two, to David Immonetier, Chairman 500 at iMarcus Live, okay? He's the top #1 income earning African American in the world, in our industry, in this space. So these notes that I'm going to give to you are going to change your life if you decide to take action. Because it's one thing to say, hey, note takers are money makers. That's not necessarily true. That's like saying that the law of attraction, that your thoughts are going to get you whatever you want. No, it's actually faith without works is dead, meaning actions. It's the thoughts plus the works. And this is what we're going to talk about today. So I want you guys to put yourselves in a position to really be able to soak in this information, because I'm going to tell you right now, the bottom line is this. Bottom line is this. A lot of people get distracted while they're watching a training, a Facebook Live or YouTube video. They got stuff going everywhere. They're answering text messages. You will not want to do this and that on this Facebook Live, okay? This also is going to be recorded. It's going to be up on my YouTube channel, okay? This is the Millionaire Formula. It is the formula that changed David Immonetier's life about 8 to 10 years ago in Houston, Texas at the Galleria, okay? I'm going to share this with you today because as of last Saturday, when I was in Houston, Texas, at the event called It Pays to Know Spiller, which, by the way, Raphael Spiller, guys, give it up for him. That was an amazing event. I'm already using the SK5 strategy. It is working. But I want you to write down this first note, okay? This is the first thing I want you guys to write down, okay? On the Millionaire Formula. Again, guys, you are millionaires in the making if you have not yet become a millionaire. So number one, who do you listen to? Who do you listen to? Okay? For example, I have all sorts of things. I have The Secret. I have mentors. I have people that I'm constantly counseling with, because I remember, look, the good book says, in the multitude of counselors, there is safety. So who do you listen to? The next thing that David said in this first step here in the formula is he said, who do you submit yourself to? Now, some people, when they say submit, they'll be like, oh man, I have to submit myself to my wife, my spouse, and these people, my boss and stuff like that. That's a negative thing for a lot of people. Man, I'm not going to submit myself to anybody. The only thing that they're going to submit themselves to is Netflix and ESPN's app. They're submitted to that, but they're not submitted to their goals, their dreams, and their future. So who do you submit yourself to? This is something that the good book talks about as well. We're supposed to submit ourselves to the will of God. Now, if you don't believe in God, then you might talk about the universe. That's okay. So who do you submit yourself to? This must be someone you trust. Someone that has the results of what you're looking to accomplish. We have so many people who are listening and trusting people out there who are talking more about Donald Trump and this with the economy and all these other kinds of things, listening to people who are not where they want to be. So who is it that's someone that you trust? It could be David Immonetier. It could be Alex Morton. It could be Jason Brown, Matt Rosa, Gary McSween, Lawrence Young. It could be someone out there. It could be a pastor. It could be your spouse. But this person, in order for you to get to this type of level of income and prosperity, this person must have the results of what you are looking to accomplish. That's the key. So not just listening to, but also submitting yourself to. For example, I never look at myself above anybody else. I treat myself like I'm a Platinum 150. I'm no better than anybody else. I submit myself to certain men. David's one of my mentors. David is somebody I look up to, and he's like 4 years younger than me. He's 4 years younger than me. I was graduating high school when he was coming into high school. Yet, who do you listen to? Who has the results of what you're looking for in your life? Okay, so that's number one. Number two, I want you guys to write this down. How teachable and coachable are you? This one is huge. There are too many people that I come across that I work with in business who say that they're teachable, they say that they're coachable, but as soon as you go to give them wisdom advice, all of a sudden the walls go up. They're no longer teachable, they're no longer coachable, they have their own system, they have their own trading strategy, they have their own way of building the business, even though they've never made more than $500 to $1,000 in a month. Okay? Here's the question. What is your willingness to learn times your willingness to change? Write that one down. What is your willingness to learn? Okay? Because all great earners are great learners, right? Learn times your willingness to change. See, some people, they don't like the word change. But guess what? Change creates growth. Change creates growth. I actually like change because I know if I change, my life will change. See, what did Jim Rohn say? In order for things to change, you must change. In order for things to get better, you must get better. So what is your willingness to learn times your willingness to change? So if you're going to make more money, you are going to need to change. Now let me give you this quote. When the pain to stay the same is greater than the pain to change, that's when you'll change. See, a lot of people out there are not, the pain has just not gotten bad enough. The bank accounts, the credit cards, being behind on bills, being sick of what they're doing in their life, not living a life with purpose on purpose, not living their will. You know, the reality is that you have to get to that point. So for example, if I want to earn 7 figures in a year, that means that something needs to change. For example, a lot of you guys know in IML, I'm a chairman 50. In order for me to get to chairman 100, 250, and 500, there are certain things that I need to change about what I'm doing with my leadership style, with my belief, with my vision, with my follow-up, and with my follow-through. And guess what? I'm working on those things right now. I took notes right here at my desk on things that I need to change in order to go to the next level. Okay? All right, so that's number 2. Number 3. And I love how David put this out. He called it the success balance scale. And in parentheses, I put SBS, success balance scale. And what he did is he drew out, if you can kind of imagine, he had one side of the chart that said spiritual. So one element is spiritual. The other side, if you were to do a column, and you guys could write this out on paper, the other is physical. So you have spiritual and you have physical. When I read the good book, everything was created spiritually before it was physically. Everything was done spiritually. That's kind of how our lives are as well. Everything is spiritual. Before the man body, the woman body was formed, it was first spiritual. So when you look at success, now listen to this, 90 to 99% of success is spiritual. 90 to 99% is spiritual. 1 to 10% is physical. Now, let's think about that for a second. A lot of you guys out there are doing digital currency trading. There's a lot of traders out there. I've got several thousand on my team active. Lots of traders. The problem is that they are focused more on learning all the skills, learning all the strategies, learning all the ins and outs of how to build the business, what system to use, what training to go through, who's my upline, all that kind of stuff. All those things are important. The problem is it's 1 to 10% is the physical, the skills, everything that you need to know. Here's the reality, guys. Desire is the starting point on the spiritual side. So when you look at the spiritual column, if you guys are taking notes, I want you to write desire, because I remember in Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill, 1939 book, one of the most successful books of all time ever written. He said that desire, you must have a burning desire, a white heat of desire. So on the spiritual side, write desire. It is the starting point of all achievement. Everything starts with desire, whether it's evil or whether it's good, it all starts with desire. So again, you should have a spiritual column, and then you should have a column that says physical. Because remember, everything that we're talking about, in fact, I read this book pretty much on a daily basis. The Secret. A lot of you guys know this book. If you guys have read The Secret, I want you to go ahead and put some fire emojis. If you have not read The Secret, I want you to go to my site, Mastermind with Brandon. Let's go ahead and put that in. I'm going to put it in the comments. Mastermindwithbrandon.com. Mastermindwithbrandon.com. Go there, and I want you to click on books. I want you to get a copy of that. It's one of the best books ever written. Now, it's a controversial book. Some people don't like it, but it talks about this very thing that we're talking about now, how everything is spiritual before it is physical. Now, the next thing that David talked about that I really, really liked, and I've been saying it now for about 2 years, and you must say this out loud. This is not just something that you can keep in your mind, okay? So I am so happy and grateful now that I earn over, now I put $250,000 a month. You could put $10,000 a month. You use that as an example to create the 6 figures. So let's use 10,000 as an example. I am so happy and grateful now that I earn over $10,000 a month in my business and my trading by December 31st, 2019. Some of you never made $10,000 in a month before. So this is that first goal, is that I want to make $10,000 a month. I'm already doing that. So I put mine as that I'm happy and grateful now that I earn over $250,000 a month in my business and my trading, so combined, by December 31st, 2019. And guess what? I add to that, it is done. It is done. Because guess what? $250,000, guys, that first starts as a thought. In fact, the book, The Secret, talks about that. In this book, it talks about how our thoughts and our feelings create the results of our lives. So we say thoughts create feelings, feelings create certain actions or inaction, right? And those actions or inactions of our life create the results of our life. Either a life that we despise or a life that we love. Guys, you have to transfer that thought into thinking. And I thought, when David first said that, I was like, oh, I've never thought of that. You have to transfer that thought into thinking. So when you are thinking of something, think about this. When you are thinking of something, you become obsessed over it. Now, some of you, you're thinking about stuff that's not too good, okay? Whether it's lustful things, whether it's too much with sports. It's like you're wearing the jerseys of other people. Why not wear the jersey of your own life? We're obsessed over LeBron James and if he should have signed with the Lakers or not. We are obsessed with the Kardashians. Guys, if you want to be successful, you have to become obsessed over your success. And then here's the key that he said next. You need to start seeing it in your mind's eye. So he said thinking, so you got to turn your thoughts into thinking. You have to become obsessed. Now, some people are like, that's not good to be obsessed. Yes, it is. Because if you want to be successful in life, if you want to be elite, what did Darren Hardy say at the Compound Effect book? He said we have too many people that are average in many different things. We have very few people who are elite in one thing. Guys, you've got to be obsessed if you want to be successful and happy in life. So it says you need to start seeing it in your mind's eye. Without vision, people perish. What you speak, what comes out of your mouth, it will determine the peak in your life. Let me say that again. What you speak will determine the peak in your life. What comes out of your mouth, not just in your mind, but what is it that you are saying to people that you work with every day, whether it's the business, your job, or whatever it is that you do? What is it that are you speaking words of faith, or are you speaking words of doubt? So again, I'm going to say to myself, I am so happy and grateful now that I earn over $250,000 a month in my business and my trading by December 31st, 2019. What am I doing? I am speaking it. And then I'm saying it's done. I believe it, because what did Napoleon Hill say in Think You Grow Rich? What the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. I am so happy and grateful now that I earn over $250,000 a month in my business and my trade by December 31st, 2019. It is done. And guess what? I'm going to come back to this Facebook Live and say, I told you so. With God's help and faith, it was done already. The check just has not shown up yet. It's on its way, because in my mind, it's done, because the reality is that your words create. The good book says that death and life are in the power of the what? The tongue. Your words create. Your words are so powerful that you are now hearing them. What does the good book say? Faith comes by hearing and hearing and hearing. Faith comes by hearing and hearing by the word of God, right? Your words are so powerful that you're now hearing them. Be very, very careful. That's why I read this book so often, is just because it is a continual reminder of me, for me, to be thinking the right thoughts and to be saying the right things. Not saying, oh, my volume's down, my trade went bad, and all that kind of stuff does is what? Drains your energy, and it attracts more of those circumstances to your life. So your thoughts, for example, treat Jamie like gold. You want a great marriage? Not that you treat Jamie like gold, but for me, for my relationship, I've got to treat my wife like gold. Got to treat her like gold. So your thoughts, your words, faith comes by hearing. And here's what David said next that I love. Then you must touch it. I want you to write that down. Then you must touch it. For example, I just got a Corvette 7 or 8 months ago. I just got this house that I'm currently living in right now. This house is amazing. It's got 8 bedrooms, over 7,000 square feet, a basketball court, a movie theater. It's amazing. It's amazing what happens when your thoughts create your life and you put in that action. You've got to touch your dreams. Guys, I was walking through this house in my mind before this house was built. I was touching that Corvette for years, saying one day I'm going to get one. You've got to touch it. Now, whatever that is, it could be a nice watch. It could be helping feed the poor. The bottom line is you must start touching the goals, the dreams. If you have to go to a bank and ask them to see a bunch of money, and of course they'll show it to you from a distance because they don't want you to rob the bank. The bottom line is this: you've got to touch it, because then what the mind can conceive and believe and touch, it can achieve. Okay? Here's what happens. We got these 5 senses. So touch, smell. Then you will start to smell it. What does the leather in the car smell like? What does the house of your dreams smell like? You will experience it once you smell it. Whether it takes a month, whether it takes a year, 5 years, or 10 years. When you start to smell it, you'll start to experience it. You go to the effort of smelling whatever is your desire. That's why I was told years ago by one of my mentors is that you need to go dream build. You need to go dream build. All of these things that we're talking about, guys, create feeling. They create a feeling. And those feelings create desire. Rather than thinking, I think I should quit this business. I should throw in the towel in trading. Can't blow another account. I can't afford to do this. You can't afford not to do this. The feelings that you get from touching, hearing, smelling your dreams create the desire that you need to keep on going every day. Because here's what the good book says, whatsoever, now think about it, whatsoever, I think of it as the word whatever. Whatever thing you desire, I will give the desire of your heart. Believe you have received it. You've got to desire, you've got to believe, and then you've got to receive. Desire, believe, receive. Now guys, I'm getting ready to tell you the formula. So if you're still here on the Facebook Live, which by the way, here's what I want you to do. I want you to click like. Now I want you to put in the comments, other people, tag their names to this. I want you guys to be sharing this, okay? Because this is going to change your life, what I've trained you on today, okay? I'm getting ready to give you guys the formula that David gave it. Chairman 500, someone that makes about $700,000 a month residual, okay? Pretty phenomenal. Plus, again, the #1 income earning African-American child of God in the world. Here's the formula. Desire, and I want you guys to write this in the comments. Write this formula in the comments so people see it. Desire plus skill, okay, so desire is the spiritual, plus skill, that's the physical. You can even put it in parentheses, plus faith. I'm actually going to put this in here for you. What's this? Here it goes. I'm going to put this in here for you guys. You guys want to see this? Here we go. Desire plus skill, that's the physical side, plus faith. Faith is belief in its time. Faith equals time. That's one of the things I learned from David. Equals success. And I'm going to repeat this. You got to have a burning desire, a white heat of desire. You've got to get the skills, the skill set of trading, business building, the mindset, right? Learning those things. Then you need to have faith, which is an unwavering belief. And a part of that faith is time. That's why faith equals time. Because time is the reason why you have faith. Time is the reason why you have faith. So desire plus skill plus faith equals success. I want you guys to not only write that down, I want you to put it right in front of you. If it has to be on your phone, your desk, your mirror, whatever it is that you see all the time. Desire plus skill. I need the desire, the skill set. I need that unwavering faith. Therefore, I'm going to be successful. This is the last thing he shared. And this is the last thing I'm going to share with you guys. He said, faith works through love. Guys, a lot of you have heard that love is the most powerful emotion in the world. There's nothing more powerful than love. Everyone wants to be loved. Faith works through love. And here's what he said next. If your faith is not working, it's because your faith is off. It is the lack of love causing it not to work. I'm going to repeat that. If your faith is not working, it is because your faith is off. It is the lack of love that is causing it not to work. Guys, in life, everything is about love. When you love people, great things are going to happen. You're going to have peace of mind in your life when you have love. You're going to have peace of mind. So one of the things I learned years ago is that I'm going to start loving people. I'm going to start being good to people. And I'm going to be genuine and sincere about it. Guess what happened in my own life? I felt inner joy, inner peace, inner happiness. Your faith will not work if you do not have love. What does the good book say? If we are not possessed of charity, we are nothing. What is charity? Charity is the pure love of Christ. Charity is the pure love of Christ. Guys, love is the key to success. Desire plus skill plus faith. Desire plus skill plus faith equals success. Guys, I hope this training on the Millionaire Formula, originally given by David Immonetier, one of my mentors, a Chairman 500, a millionaire coach, a millionaire mentor, someone that's changed a lot of people's lives. He's changed my life as well. I heard this. It wasn't for the first time, but it was the first time I took the notes and I said, my goodness. My goodness. That's why you're always learning and growing, always willing to be teachable and coachable. You guys are going to be successful. I believe in you. You guys are millionaires in the making if you're not a millionaire right now. You are going to earn 7 figures. You're going to go on to earn 8 figures. You are going to prosper and be in good health. You are going to give back. You are going to live a life of abundance. You are going to break the chain of poverty in your life and in your family. You are going to be the one that years and decades from today, people are going to say it's because of that person, our grandpa, our grandma, our aunt, our cousin, our mom, our dad, that our life began to change. When they took this formula, they applied faith and massive action, things started to happen. Our family's life began to change. Our family's life began to change. And it's because of you. Because you took a formula like this, you guys can be successful and you guys can be happy. And I can't wait to see you on the other side of success. By the way, David's coming out to an event, Salt Lake City, Utah, May 21st, right in my hometown. If you can, be there. If you can't, get other people there that live in the valley. Guys, take this formula. Take this formula and take it to the masses. Click like, comment, tag other people that you know need to hear this message. If you're on the YouTube, click like, share this with other people. If you've gotten value out of this, put an amen inside of the chat box. And for you, I hope that this has taken your day that you guys have right now and made it a little bit better, that it has literally risen your hope for your life, that things are going to continue to improve, because they will. Guys, have an amazing day. We'll see you at the top and on the other side of success.